my channel, it's Jasmine. For those who are new, I am a full-time nurse working in Ontario, Canada, but I also like to casually resell on the US and Canadian Poshmark app as well as eBay. You can find me at Afternoon Tea on the Canadian app as well as Tea Time on the US app. For today's video, I just want to share a couple of tips that you can do to help increase your sales. If you like reselling content like this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. So the first tip that I want to share with you is obviously to take good pictures. I personally only use my phone, and I know a lot of people use just their phones, but as long as you're taking them in a well-lit area, the quality of the picture is actually pretty good. You don't want to include so many things with the item that you're selling. I know that some people like to include, like, let's say if you're selling a top, they like to include jeans, shoes, accessories, all in the picture. But I find that if there's too many things in the picture, it kind of distracts people from looking at the specific item that you're selling. If your pictures are taken in a dark area, it kind of distracts people from actually clicking on your picture and potentially buying it. Number 2 is your description. So obviously you want to have a descriptive title, but you also want to utilize the description section that Poshmark gives you. Let's say I'm selling a Lululemon Wild Tank in a certain colorway. In my title, I would include the brand, the style name, which is Wild Tank. I would include the colorway that it is, if I can find it, as well as the size. In my description, I might include keywords like strappy back, like a 2-in-1 tank, or like bra with tank, athletic tank, etc. Just to include keywords that people might be searching for, but they might not necessarily be searching for the Lululemon Wild Tank, but it does fit the criteria of what they're looking for. If you browse on the Poshmark website on your desktop and you scroll to the bottom of one of your listings, there will actually be words on the bottoms indicating what people are actually searching for. So that kind of gives you a better idea of the keywords that you want to include in your listing and or specific styles that people are looking for.
For example, if I click on my Brandy Melville listing, you can see that my title has Brandy Melville floral button-up shirt. If I scroll to the bottom, it also says people also search for, and there's a list of different things that people also search for. So based on these results, you can tell that, anything alien, like alien sweatshirt, alien shirt, anything with the alien on it seems to be quite popular. If any of these searches matches my top, such as Brandy Melville floral crop top, if my top was a crop top, I would also include this either in the description or in my title, just to hopefully attract more users and buyers.
In the description, I would also include fabric content if it is a fabric that is sought after, like cashmere or wool. If not, I usually take a picture of the fabric tag and I just list it in my pictures. It's important to utilize the description box as well, because I find that if I don't know a particular style name of a clothing piece, I would try to describe it as best as I can through Google, and I can often find the style name through a Poshmark ad that shows up on my search. Usually that Poshmark listing would have the style name in the title, but it shows up in my search because what I Googled matches what they had in their description. In addition, sometimes you'll have buyers that are just a mix of random letters and numbers as their username. These are most often just guest users, and they most likely found your ad through Google through searching either the style name or a description of it, and they bought your item through creating a guest account. So it's important to utilize not only the title of your listing, but also the description of it, just so that you can reach as many people as you can who are searching for either the style name of the piece or just the style in general of your item that you're selling. Number 3 is pricing. So there is a fine balance between listing too low and listing too high. If you list too low, that doesn't give you a large margin of receiving offers. People that are browsing these buy and sell apps, usually they want to find a good deal. A lot of the time I get offers that are half of what my listing price is. So there is a balance between whether or not you're listing too low or too high. So you don't want to be too low that you can't receive any offers, but you don't want to be too high that, it kind of steers people away from actually submitting an offer because, they don't want to insult you, or, they don't feel like you would accept an offer that they are willing to make. So for myself, usually I list my items maybe $20 higher than what I'm willing to accept, just so it allows that margin of accepting offers, or it allows me to lower my price on closet clear out days so that people can receive discounted shipping. And the last tip that I want to share with you is to list and list and list. If, let's say, you have a buyer that's interested in one of the items that you're selling, but let's say you only have maybe 20 listings in your closet, I find that for myself, if I'm browsing and I'm interested in an item, it's hard for me to justify paying the full shipping amount if I'm only buying one item. Because there's that standard shipping fee for up to £5, I find that if you have more listings, it's more likely that people will create bundles if they're interested in more than one item, and they're more likely to submit an offer because it kind of justifies the amount that they're paying for the shipping costs. So I know it'll take a really long time to kind of work your way up to having more listings, but I find that the more listings that you have, the more sales that you're going to bring in, just because it brings more traffic to your closet and it allows for people to create bundles and kind of justify the shipping amount. So that's all I have for today's video. I hope some of these things are maybe something new that you may have learned and will start incorporating into your business model, and hopefully will traffic more sales for you. I plan to make another selling tips video soon, so if you're not subscribed already, I would love for you to subscribe and join my reselling journey. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!